it doesn't do.
I'm going to go completely out and back in.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the Toad Hall Morning Show.
Listen to Nick. Doesn't he sound good today?
I have a little cold, which is why I've been gone for a little while.
Well, that's not the
part
only
of it.
reason he's been gone for a little while.
It's not the reason why I missed the show last week. Last week, I was away at Record Store Day Couch Camp in New Orleans.
And he brought me back a shirt.
Annette's rocking the shirt.
Rocking the shirt today.
Summer Camp, RSD, Music Can Save. Obviously, it was a
Music
Stranger
can
Things.
save you, yeah.
Stranger Things themed.
Is there anything on the back? Is it black?
No, it's just black. So, record store convention for independent record stores. And I'm going to get into that. It was a 3-day extravaganza, panels and boards and meetings, and I met with labels and distributors, and there's a pressing plant and turntable companies and all these people that I deal with all the time. I finally got to meet a lot of these people in person for the first time.
Nice to have that connection, more of a personal connection.
Yeah, it was great. And I learned so much, and I'm going to share with you guys a lot of the kind of inner workings of what's going on. Obviously, I can't share all of it because it would be like a 4-day of me talking in the camera.
Like a strip down.
It'd take forever. But I'm going to hit some high points. We're going to talk about some of that stuff. What's coming, what can be expected from Record Store Day, and just the general record market in general.
Yeah.
And talking to other record stores. There's 100 independent record stores at this thing. A lot of them you guys will know and love. That you see on the internet, or you just enter in your local vicinity or regional area. People from all over the country. It was really great to talk.
You had people out of the country too there.
Yeah.
Did you say?
And that's a whole other thing I learned. It was Record Store Day UK, Record Store Day Paris, or France and Poland. And it was
Does that fall under like a international RSC or a European art?
So
I know there's the UK one.
Every country gets its own list.
I only knew about the UK one.
Well, Canada.
Yeah.
They have 300 stores in Canada. So I mean, it's a big thing, and I'm going to get into that. I have a piece for that.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that, about Record Store Day and everything that happened on my trip. But I think first, before we get, we had a week off, both Annette and I, of doing the show. I think it would be good to kick back off. What day of the week is it? What day? What do we have this week?
Oh, what day is? Well, it's
what
August.
birthdays?
It's August 16th.
So
yesterday was.
Go for it.
815 Day, August 15th. 815 was the first area code in Rockford. We now have 779 as well. So
yeah, 815 is a citywide. Really, it's like Winnebago County wide event.
yeah, it's probably even more than that because the 815 area code extends beyond just here. So wherever the 815 area code is, I would assume.
That's our local area, and like all the local shops had a sale. Like we had a sale, everybody had a big sale. There was special T-shirts and special, you get ice cream, and it was a big local holiday basically.
Except it was on a Monday this year.
So a lot of things happened on Saturday to celebrate it, but yeah, obviously it was a Monday this year, so it wasn't as big a deal as it usually is. But yeah, very cool. A lot of fun, a lot of good stuff.
National Roller Coaster Day.
Cool.
Ooh, I like roller coasters. I want to go to that one in Ohio.
What was that?
I can't remember. Something Point, Cedar Point? Something like
that.
I bet you somebody
Cedar
will
Point's a
pipe in
roller coaster
because-
park. Yeah, it's Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio.
Yes.
Yep.
National Rum Day.
Ooh.
Sounds like a good day to listen to some Jimmy Buffett. National Tell a Joke Day. We have, interesting, it was the first color sound cartoon was released. Doesn't say what it was though, but nor does it say what year. It just says on this date. The first issue of Sports Illustrated was published, and Pete Best was ousted from the Beatles and replaced by Ringo Starr.
Wow.
Yeah. Birthdays today, Madonna.
Who has a record coming out this week?
Yes. So she was, let me see if she was born in 1958, and her new album comes out the 19th. So that would be, yeah, Friday.
Friday.
Which is called Finally Enough Love, 50 number ones. So if you buy that, if you're a Madonna fan and don't have any Madonna, you can probably buy that and not need any more.
And the Madonna's coming out in a 2 LP and a 5?
6.
A 6 LP.
And CD.
And CD. So there's multiple variations of it you can get.
Right.
Coming this Friday. We should have.
The 6 LP is on a red and black vinyl, limited edition, of course. 3 CD set. I think there might be a 1 CD set as well. So that is happy birthday to Madonna.
How about that? How old is she?
Yeah, she was born in 58, so 64. Wow, she looks good for 64.
I mean, a lot of that's some good surgery.
You think?
Hey, if you got the money, why not, right? Nothing wrong with that. I'm not the type to judge.
No, me neither. James Taylor's birthday's today?
Before I get too far, Peter, I see in the chat you didn't get your $10 whatnot credit. Unfortunately, I have no control over that. But the good news is whatnot customer service has been excellent. I don't know if there's a way you can get in and find a chat. They usually do it via email, and it says it takes 24 hours to get back to you. It's bullshit. It usually gets back to me in like 4 hours. So just let them know that you got in and that you bought something and you didn't get the $10 credit. They will most certainly take care of you on that. And for anybody else who's having any problems, you got to realize they are not brand new, they're 2 years old.
Right.
But they're exploding and there's a lot happening and there's a lot of them fixing problems. Good news is they're really responsive to fix it. So.
Responsive. It sounds like their customer service is pretty good too at this point.
It is. It's pretty good. As much as they got going on,
right.
They'll take care of you. If they don't, let me know. I'll send them an email from my side. But that's really all I can do. They don't give me any like wiggle room on packaging or shipping, or they actually take care of all that. But
except for the actual physical
packing. Except when you like, I had another customer who wanted to return something. We can't even accept returns.
That's interesting.
So I said, yeah, you have to reach out to them. I can't like make a label.
It will be interesting to find out how they do actually handle that.
I don't know what they do. Like,
I have to go in and do a little bit of research and see.
I don't know as a buyer if you get something. I don't know what if they just say, oh, okay, here's your money back.
Oh.
I get to keep my money. I don't know.
Oh.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Don't
know how they deal with that. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Give them, like I said, give them an email. They'll take care of you. 815 Day stickers. We launched. That's good to hear. At least the record was good. So 815 Day.
These up on the screen. It'll take me a second to get them on the screen.
In celebration of 815 Day, we launched some new stickers.
4 new stickers.
4 new stickers.
Bringing us up to 8 stickers.
8 stickers. So
still not showing on my screen, so you're good. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4. The new 4. The first sticker pack went so well that we had to come up with 4 new designs for you guys. Those are available. They're 4 for $10.
Oh yeah, that's not on there. Just us 3 each or 2 for $5. We'll have to put that.
Yeah, that's just for our counter. It's usually we sell all 4 for $10 because it's 2 for $5. So you're getting 2 for $5. So pretty exciting. We had to launch them. Obviously, like I said, yesterday was 815 Day, and all these say 815 or it's kind of all over the place. 815.
Gidget says it was like purgatory last week.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get into why that happened too.
Yeah.
So,
Pop's birthday was Thursday. Beatles collection British blue box set. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Got some new stickers. These are up on the website right now. And obviously you can add these to any of your orders. They ship for free. And you added pictures after I put the entries in? I got stickers for the 4. I'll have to see if I think I got all the pictures. Okay. I'll look into that later today. So those are available. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. So while I was gone last week, I wanted to go to Couch Camp. They announced it in like February, March, and I wanted to go, and I just delayed. First of all, I was trying to get someone to go with me. Delayed. Didn't include me. Delayed. Finally, I was like, I'm going. So last minute, I booked a trip to New Orleans. This was after we had done the previous video. I mean, I booked it that late. And booked the last minute flight, flew down,
and met with everybody. I mean, it was a great time. Excuse me, like I still have a runny nose, guys.
Okay, so I don't know. I can really talk about when he's blowing his nose, but I hope that everybody's having a good week. And weird to wake. Did you notice there's dew on the grass in August on an August morning? Holy
This is my favorite weather. Some of my favorite weather.
I like the weather, but not right now.
No, I understand that you want more pool weather,
Right.
and it is August, and you deserve more hot weather. But our weather here is what I call back to school weather.
It is back to
It's
school
like that
weather.
moving into college. It's cool at night. It's a little warm in the day. The sun's shining. It's perfect. In my opinion, it's perfect weather. It is a little early, but I'll take it.
Look, Ray would have bought you a drink if you would have known you were down there.
So I get back to couch camp. So I get there on Monday. By the way, I'm going back next year, Ray, so we'll get a chance. I'm going to go longer next year so I can see some stuff. I flew in on Monday. By the time I get to the hotel, it's 5. I eat, see some of the sights. Tuesday is check-in, and there was a pool party.
On Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Pool party with the Silver Sun Pickups are playing a rooftop party, and there's like a bunch of stores, and everyone's talking to me, going, I'm meeting all these people. And then Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., it's big hall, right? Everybody meets.
Like a convention
Like a big
room, you're
convention room, breakfast in the back, everyone sits down, and you watch speakers. And the first part they do is always the MRC data. So it's always data from, and I took very good notes, guys. So it's all the data that these companies spend tons of money getting as to what is going on. So
What does MCR stand for? Do you know?
MCR is basically, so the data company used to be called SoundScan. That when MRC bought it, and I think it's got sold again.
Oh, so MCR is the company name?
Is the company
Okay.
that they are like a Nielsen rating system.
Okay.
It's like that for this kind of
Alright.
thing. So they surveyed 1,431 people. Basically, they're talking about some basic stuff. So 1 in 4 Gen Z says classic rock is their favorite genre.
I get that because we sell a lot to them.
How
many do you see that come in here and pick up a Pink Floyd or
A lot.
or
A lot.
Zepp or something like that? You know, it's amazing.
23%. 13 to 24-year-olds buys to display or collect. So
What percentage?
only 23% of the young demographic,
But
13 to
that's a good
24,
percentage.
buys to display or collect. So they're not listening. So people always say the younger buyers aren't listening. They're just buying to put it on their wall, right? It's only 23%. So 77% are buying to listen.
Okay.
So that's kind of not true, basically. Vinyl is the perfect format for many reasons, and they went way into depth in that. There's 27% growth in buyers year over year, so the base is growing. My notes, like I said, I could be here for 4 days talking about all the data. But I'm going to try to hit some high points for you guys. 32% of vinyl collectors are new in the past 2 years. 32%, guys. Think about that.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So if you're a store and you're not grabbing new customers in the last 2 years from the pandemic, you are missing out. 41% are 13 to 24-year-olds. 49% are female. 27% are Hispanic.
I see all those demographics here in the
We
store.
do. We
really
absolutely
do.
see that in our store.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me as much to maybe someone who is watching the show or someone who isn't, we're here every day watching
Right.
the counter and we see it coming in. It's not as surprising to me. When you talk about 49% female, 50% female demographic, that's a surprising number. That's awesome. We want the most diverse people to come into our store because
absolutely.
the more diverse our client base, the more we're going to sell different types of music.
Yeah.
And we are already set up for that here. We already have world music and soundtracks and Latin and world. We have everything. So for us, that's really good. If you're a small record store, it's going to get a little harder Because if you're a small record store, you're going to carry the popular, the rock, the jazz, you know, because they don't have the space. For us, it's great. So we're big fans of that. Age distribution for the past 2 years, more of the same stuff. Pretty much, you know, a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds, 24 to 34-year-olds, 35 to 44-year-olds. They're talking about the market getting more fragmented. 26% are the veteran, and they're committed. They will buy anywhere. They play their records. They've been buying them for years. 9 out of 10 of these people will buy in the next year. 6 out of 10 will buy more than they did the previous year. New occasionals is 15% of the market. This is your female Target buyer. She buys at Target. She buys at Walmart. She's more likely to display. She listens occasionally. Music isn't as important to them. The problem with them is we're having trouble getting them into indies.
Oh, yeah.
So these people,
I can see that.
they're more occasional buyers. So
they're shopping at Target because they need a new outfit, and all they walk by and see a record display.
Yeah, and they will, you know, we want to try to get them into our store, but it's a little tougher. Whereas the veteran committeds, they'll chop off their arm before they give up their turntable.
Oh, well,
we know a lot of those guys.
Here's what
a lot of you are watching.
Here's what I heard yesterday. Well, you know, on our way back from our trip in October, what day are we coming back? I said, a Wednesday. We'll have to stop at the record store in Madison.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, you know, we're in the, what ranges? Well, he's in that range, I'm in this range.
Yeah.
So we're up there in the higher ranges.
Yeah, it's a lot of things you guys know. Like they did research on what the most important factor in vinyl is, and it was overwhelmingly 71% was that it's gotta sound good.
Well,
you know what number 2 was? More than the music, more than anything. Number 2. What do you guess number 2 is?
Artwork.
Artwork's number 2. Which kind of, when I see a record cover that sucks, like, man, you just missed out.
Yeah.
You just really
you know the old adage of don't judge a book by its cover? That can be also don't judge a record by its cover, you know? It can go both ways.
It is. But
and I'll look at a book cover, and if it doesn't grab me, I probably won't buy it.
So we did the fragmented, we did the veteran committeds, 26%, new occasionals, 15%. Avid audiophiles was 12% of the market. Vinyl buyer, which I know very well on our channel, many of you watching are probably from my audiophile demographic. 81% very interested in buying next year. You know, they've been committed. Sound is number key to them, all that kind of stuff. So trying to get some glimpses of what customers are into that. And these stores are very well, as we gather this information, we're more aware of this stuff.
So you actually got to meet people from other record stores as well, which is nice. Did you get to chit-chat with any of them?
Guys, I met so many awesome record store owners. I mean, I met them from all over the place. Not only just regionally, I met the guys from Reckless in Chicago, and Val's Records in Chicago, and Electric Fetus up in Minneapolis. Made friends with people, the South Hills, or it's called Black Hills Vinyl up in South Dakota.
Cool.
Awesome people. I didn't meet anyone at the convention that I didn't like.
You know who you need to talk about who you met.
I'll get to that too.
Yeah.
Everyone was super awesome. You guys are in excellent hands. The independent record stores, whether in your local area or online or whatever, these people are really working hard to get vinyl in their stores, make a better experience for you guys, and they're committed to what they're doing. And I was blown away by the professionalism, and they fucking worked their asses off.
Mm-hmm. They're committed.
They are so committed, and they're so into it. And I was honored to be in this group of people, these awesome stores. Sit down just at the bar having a beer with the guy with Grimey's. You know, a store that I've looked up to for years. Grimey's out of Tennessee. Mm-hmm. You know, record stores from Florida and from Georgia and from I mean, it was great to meet everyone, and we all feel the same way, and everyone is committed to making great stuff. And just Record Store Day as a whole is put on by mainly 2 women.
Really?
Who pretty much are the backbone of Record Store Day. They work their butts off.
Yeah.
And it's great to see what's coming. And guys, there is so much good stuff coming, I gotta tell you. God, I could speak for days on this topic. So one of the other topics that was talked about in the, we went over data. We talked about boxing, how stores receive product. We receive boxes that are damaged.
Oh, yeah.
Damaged product shipped to us.
Correct.
And then we can't sell it because it's damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of talk about that. And then, let's say it's damaged and you can't get a repress, or it's limited.
Exactly.
That's a whole problem. I don't know. We talked about a lot of stuff. I had dinner with Sherry Curry, lead singer of the Runaways. She got a book and she signed it. That was great. If you don't listen to Paul Meyer's podcast, it's a Record Store Day podcast. It's available everywhere podcasts are. Does a great job. I actually had a round table dinner with him. So that was really cool to connect with him.
Tell him who he was.
So Paul, I didn't know this.
He showed me a picture. He said, "Does this guy look familiar?" I'm like, "Yeah, kinda."
It's Mike Myers' brother.
They look
from Austin Powers.
They look like
the movie star
twins. It's just amazing.
So it took me a minute to connect the dots because he's a writer and he got roped into the podcast through that. But yeah, his brother's Mike Myers. It's just kind of crazy.
Was he as crazy as him?
He's a little more subdued.
Is he?
He's a lot quieter than I would expect Mike Myers would be.
Yeah.
Still very friendly, but he's definitely got the writer vibe going on. Then we did on day 2. We talked. By the way, I in between after the panels, we then had what they call speed dating, where you sit down with one-on-one with labels or distributors. It's fine. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you sit down and you talk like with
one-on-one.
Pretty much.
Okay.
With like Merge Records or Warner Brothers or Universal or Interscope or whoever, and I'm asking the questions that you guys would want, like why the hell did all the prices go up for the Universal titles? I asked the head honcho in charge of the whole thing, hey, what's with these price increases? What the hell? Capital was there. I mean, I'm asking some big time people and get some FaceTime with them and really figure out what's going on, which is great.
Sometimes it's nicer to get it that way than it is just on an email or a phone.
Well, you really get a feel of their position.
Right.
You really feel out why they did it. And I was really hard on Universal when they did that price increase on my channel, right?
Yeah.
And it blew up, and I know some of you saw that. In talking to them, I realized that they did it because they had to, because their prices increased so much. There's been 3 vinyl pellet increases this year. There's been 4 price increases for other stuff. And then the reason why different artists went up higher is because the royalties are different across all different artists. But really the core is that Universal is committed to physical music. They're committed to CD, they're committed to vinyl, they're here for the long haul. They see the benefit, it makes sense to them, and if they wanted to continue in the physical realm, they had to do price increases so that they could be here. On the other hand, Sony doesn't give a shit. They didn't show up. They know that they're all about streaming.
Yeah.
The people that are at the home right now don't really, vinyl is secondary to them. Universal shows up, they bring capital. They brought Interscope. They brought UME, which is, I didn't know that UME is their catalog umbrella.
Universal Music.
It's just UME. And then UMG is Universal, the front end.
Music group or something.
I learned a lot of this stuff. So I found out why, let's say Kendrick Lamar, the record comes out, it's like $25 for years, right? The record's 25. Then 5 years later, it goes to like $35. And you're like, well, why did the price increase after it's been out for 5 years? How come the price increased now? A lot of that is because they lower the price to get it out into stores and into people's hands. So they don't need to make much money. They want it to chart. They want it to be in the stores. They want it to sell.
That makes sense.
So the artists are like, I will take less money. Just get it the hell out there. Then it goes to UME. Okay? It's now a catalog title. UME guys put on their glasses and they're like, so we're making like $1 on this record. We can't afford to do this. If you want to keep making it, we have to raise the price. And they're like, okay. So they go through and they look at the title and they re-put it out. In Kendrick Lamar's case, we're getting a 10th anniversary edition. It's going to be like a extra package with a higher price increase. So it's not always just like, oh, let's just slap a higher price on it. But no, it's like, okay, this is a catalog title. What are we going to do to improve it? And it's going to have to go at a higher price. Makes total sense, right? These are a lot of the things that get lost in the conversations from labels to distributors to stores to customers.
Right. And
because that makes sense. If they would tell us those things.
Yeah, this whole issue could have been avoided had there been some, here we go again with this word, transparency.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and maybe there was, but maybe it didn't get out to everybody it should have. I don't know. And
their timing was absolutely the worst. Universal had the absolute worst timing for a price increase that there ever could be. So they know that, but they are committed. So I do have to put my hand out that they, tip my hat to them for really showing up, listening to indies. Yeah, we didn't like the price increase. No one does. But they did it because they want to do it. They did it because they want, for the longevity of what they're doing. So I got to respect that. Black-owned record stores. So a group of black-owned record stores in the South Georgia area created a record coalition called FAMS. And what record coalitions are is a group of independent stores who work together and market together. And the way that benefits labels is they can just say, hey, these group of stores, I have this new promo material. What are their addresses? Boom. It just goes out to all of them. It makes it real easy because the label doesn't want to have to sit there and call 95 record stores. Right. By the way, there's 1,200 record stores in the United States. So this is an easy way for them to just plug in whatever they want, whatever program they want to all a bunch of stores that think the same. Great idea. Mm-hmm. The reason black-owned record stores are a legitimate problem that there's so few. There was over like 250 at one point. They're down to 28.
Wow.
You're talking about a demographic that brought us so much.
Yes.
They're basically electronic music, obviously hip-hop and rock and roll and blues. I mean,
funk,
they're at the core of music in general, right? And
jazz.
They are very much underrepresented for a few reasons. Number one, we're going to start with the music. Modern day rap, hip hop, R&B is streamed. Number one.
Correct.
It is so heavily streamed. It's the number one most streamed music. It is so heavily streamed that the people who make the music, the artists and the managers, don't think it's important to do physical. They don't have to do physical because it's getting so much streaming. Okay, what they're missing out on is the artist has never been to a record store because they're so young. The management hasn't been to a record store because they're so young. What's happening is the record comes out, it gets streamed, it makes a ton of money. Well, it makes some money. What happens in a month? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? It's lost.
It's hard to find that.
It's forgotten about.
Might be on some playlist or something.
When there's a physical product, there is discovery past the release date.
Yes.
Some kid picks it up in a record store 5 years down the line, rediscovers it, it gets brought up. That demographic is losing that. The average black population doesn't even know record stores exist. Let me just tell you that again. The black population has a very difficult time knowing that record stores even exist anymore. That is a core problem. And a problem that the black-owned record stores would like me to talk about and want to get the word out, we need to tell the people, the management, that these stores exist, number one. These places exist, and that it's important that they exist, and that we support these stores. Not only these stores, but just Indy in general. So it's tough. That's a tough thing. Because we take it for granted as jazz or rock and roll, or like, that's always been there, right? And it has been for black-owned record stores, but it's been tough for them lately. They're getting beat up, and streaming has really put a damper on that. So,
well, streaming's put a damper on more than just that, but more so on this than
absolutely.
Yeah.
So they're getting hammered on that way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they wanted, these record stores wanted more 90s R&B reissues, and it leads back to that problem where, why aren't they letting us reissue these? And they think that basically they got lazy and streaming is easy. And I can throw you data, but I'm going to leave you with one last piece of data, guys. One last piece of data that the guy from Atlantic went on stage and told everyone. Week 1, when a record comes out, the first week of revenue, when a new record comes out, 70% is sales. So week 1, the record comes out, 70% of the money it makes is from sales. Only 30% comes from streaming.
Wow, that's interesting.
70% comes from sales. Now, of that sales, that does include digital downloads, that does include CD, vinyl, everything. But physical sales was like another 70% of that, first 70%. So vinyl and CD sales, physical sales, is an overwhelming majority of the revenue a band makes week 1. So what happens is then it goes into charts. So it gets the Billboard charts. Once it charts, then moves up further and gets further into, it goes further. So because of that, Atlantic is running all of their artists day and day. So when they say day and day, they mean when the digital comes out, the CD comes out, the vinyl comes out. No more do we have to wait. Oh, the digital came out 3 months ago. The CD came out 2 weeks ago. And the vinyl comes out. Nope. They're like, nope, we're done with that. Everything's coming out day and day. We're going old school. Everything comes out the same day.
I like that.
Well, they're doing it because it makes sense.
It does make
They're
sense.
doing it because it makes money. That's why they're doing it. And even better, they're doing exclusives for indie record stores. They're doing exclusive colors. Sometimes we're getting a few bucks cheaper so we can compete with Walmart.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of things to really help us. So, really awesome things to hear. But yeah, that's why we're getting day-and-day releases moving forward. We'll be getting more and more of them because it financially makes sense. Yeah. They're going to start breaking new artists that way. So,
okay.
So they have 8 artists that they're going to bring to independent record stores, and they're only going to sell their items through independent record stores.
Nice.
And they're going to make them available for in-store showings and signings. They're going old school, back to the old school, guys, because it works in our day and age. So yeah, met a lot of great record stores, learned a ton about the market, what works, what doesn't, what's going on. Any questions you guys have, feel free to shoot me.
Got a lot of information out here.
I got a lot more than I can't share because I can't think of it off the top of my head. I got notes on it all.
You have to make a little outline and do some more of it next week or something.
It was really incredible to see the effort and everything that's happening is a big deal. So I got a little bit of swag here too. This is a Joni Mitchell shirt that I got for sale in the store. We got $15 on that. We got some cool trade-ins in the store, so we're gonna show off some of those. While I was gone last week, and then I was sick when I got back. I'm still getting over this cold, so I feel like I've been gone forever. But in the meantime, we got some awesome trade-ins. So I'm gonna let Annette start with that. I'm just gonna blow my nose and be right back.
Okay, where are we starting today? I haven't even been through this file. You guys know how this goes. So we got to, oh, this is still sealed. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It says used. Radiohead Rainbows. We've got $32 on this. It just says used on the back. So I'm sure it's probably in a mint minus condition. The cover's in really good shape. Let me make some room over here for some of this stuff. What is this here? Got a Grateful Dead. Let's just say Playing in the Band. This is an RSD 2018 Black Friday VG plus vinyl, $50. It was limited to 7,400. They usually do have pretty high numbers on there. So this is $50 on this. What else do we have over here?
That was a cool trade-in. I'm surprised people never trade in old record store day items.
That would have been my first record store day when I worked here, and I don't remember this at all. I was so confused that first year. It was like, oh my God, what is this thing? What's this? I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is cool.
Judas Priest, 50 years of
Reflections,
magic.
50 heavy metal years of music. This is red vinyl, 2 LP mint minus, and yeah, $25 on this. Yeah, I didn't see when that one came in.
Guys, you can pick any of these up by giving us a call after the show. We will ship them to you. And you can pair it with anything on our website, toadhallonline.com. We have a $7 flat rate shipping still. So if you want any of these, give us a call. Or you can just put dibs in the comments on something, and we'll save it for you, and then just call afterwards after the show. And we'll package it up, ship it out to you.
That's right. Package ship. An American Prayer, Jim Morrison, music by The Doors. This is red vinyl, limited and numbered edition. This is number 3932 for $40.
God, was that a record store day release?
I thought it was, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, because it's numbered. I think it was the record store day release. Because they issued it, but I think that's the numbered one is the RST release. I got a Beatles Abbey Road. This looks like it's the newest release. Also, in Talking to Capital, they wouldn't tell me, but there is a new Beatles coming out by the end of the year.
What do you mean by new Beatles?
Another Giles Martin remix.
Oh.
They wouldn't tell me the title.
Huh. When's it coming out?
Before the end of the year.
Oh.
Anything Beatles, guys, is under lock and key. When they announce it to stores, they announce it to everybody. So I don't get any inside information usually on like any press releases or any of that stuff. I just happened to talk to the guy, and he's like, well, I can't tell you. Well, I was like, is it this? Yes. Is it this? Yes. Okay.
Nick's just taking that shovel.
You gotta dig it a little bit, guys. You gotta dig a little as much as you can get. I was like, well, it gets it down to so many titles, right? There's only so many ones they haven't done. So they've done the White Album, they've done Sgt. Pepper's, they've done Abbey Road. So it's like, okay. It would make me think that Revolver or Rubber Soul would be next.
Oh,
but maybe they're
Ray
starting
just
over.
said that Revolver box set, I've heard, may just be wishful thinking. Well, you
it could
know.
be, but it's happening this year. So, I mean, we're halfway through August, so it's going to be out by the end of the year. So it's coming.
Wow, yeah.
It means it's probably being pressed now.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, here's a nice Abbey Road. $22.
God, could you imagine working in a pressing plant or somewhere and having to keep your mouth shut about stuff like that? Ooh, that would be hard.
Somebody's got that job.
Somebody. What do we have here?
Work on covers and stuff.
Roxy Music. Ooh, this is a big old sleeve. Where the heck did that come from? $25.
We got more Roxy Music stuff coming too. I mean, they've been pumping through their catalog. They're going to have the whole thing out here pretty quick. Here's another great trade-in. Black Crowes, Before the Frost. 2 LP, mint minus $45. And like someone said, I was seeing on the in the chat, they're talking about our vinyl mint minus was mint minus, guys, is the highest grade we give. We don't ever give a mint.
No.
It's not in our nature. We won't give a mint. because we believe you can always find the smallest flaw.
Well, I was always under the assumption, from what I thought I've read, that it could. I thought mint could only be
New.
brand new, not open vinyl.
Yeah, and that's debated.
Cool.
This thing,
Is it debated?
This thing does look new, so it'd be mint minus. It does say mint minus on the thing, but yeah, it's basically perfect. 2LP white vinyl gatefold. This has got to be out of print. I don't think this is a print.
I don't think I've ever seen it before. Nuclear Assault's 1989 Thrash Classic. Handle with care. This is an indie exclusive Magna Red Vinyl, limited to 500. Oh, what do we have on this? $30. Let me get it out of here. Oh, yeah. Okay. What are we caught up on here? Oh, there we go.
I've never seen this.
Jeez.
It's a little sticky.
Oh. So let's see what this Magna Red looks like. Oh. It's like a little red swirly kind of.
Limited
pretty.
Limited just 500.
500.
$30.
I don't think it's numbered.
Doesn't look like it.
Sleeve.
In original shrink, indie exclusive. You're going to be seeing more of that coming forward, guys. A lot more indie exclusives coming forward. The RSD Essentials has been a huge success for the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Record Store Day is making more of the most popular titles for Record Store Day, so that instead of going to the record store on Record Store Day and getting a Grateful Dead piece, and you listen to it with your friends, and your friends are like, "Oh, that's such a good record. I got a Record Store Day. I wish I would have gotten one." And you're like, "Oh, too bad, they're already sold out."
Right.
The store will more likely have it. Like, we still have Pearl Jams. We still have Jerry Garcia acoustics from the last one. They're purposely trying to do that to keep those records on the shelf longer, so that we have the cool titles that everybody wants for longer. Makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jack White acoustic recordings. 2LP, $25. I like the price. I'm a fan of that. This acoustic recordings. It's like an acoustic best of. How do you know?
Oh, it's just a sticker.
Yeah, because there was a sticker to seal it. He doesn't shrink crap on. And you know how he does. These jackets are like chunky. It's like a greatest hits acoustic. It's got Apple Blossom, Hotel Yorba. God, look at all these titles in here. Blunderbuss, Just One Drink, Entitlement, Wait and Able, on and on and on. Machine Gun Silhouette. And $25. Not bad. That just came in yesterday.
Yesterday. Van Halen Fair Warning. It's 22 on this.
I think it's a repress. The Van Halen. I think it's a new 180. I don't think it's an original. That's my point.
Let's see if this.
Open it up, see if you feel it.
Oh, it definitely feels 180. There's no doubt about it. Standard black vinyl. Yeah, it's 180. Looks pretty good. Looks mint minus.
How about a Quiet Riot picture disc for $20?
Cool.
Mental health. Is it sealed? I don't know if it's sealed. No, it's open. There you go.
Oh, but look at that.
I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
It's in pretty good shape. It looks like it's almost perfect. What you got?
I got a Loretta Lynn, Coal Miner's Daughter. It's a Walmart exclusive on opaque orchid vinyl. $20 on that. Let's take a look at this. It's on, look at that, like, throwback decorating.
Hey, it's cheaper now at Toad Hall than it was at Walmart. Save $5.
Yeah, mint minus. Mint minus on the vinyl here. Cool.
There was a discussion about Adele 30 and how it clogged up the presses.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a good discussion at Couch Camp. People were talking about that. Did you know Record Store Day is only 3% of the records produced?
No way. Wow.
It used to be higher.
I mean, when
it used to
you
be
think
much
about
higher.
it, that does kind of make sense.
So, because it's not, people say, oh, Record Store Day is clogging up the presses. They're like, no. They're like, look at what Adele did. That was more than all of us combined.
Yeah.
That's what's clogging up the presses. Yellow 2LP, $40. This is
Artemis.
Lindsay Sterling.
Reed.
Lindsay Sterling's latest record. Orange vinyl, double orange vinyl with the inner sleeve. I like that color a lot. It looks like it's brand spanking new. Lindsay Sterling, she's awesome. $40, 2LP. I don't think we ever had this again. I don't recognize it. If we did, it sold really fast.
And he's just asking about another auction, and I think that can segue you into this.
So
we're doing.
Just this morning, I got an email from Whatnot, and they're doing a vinyl record day.
Oh.
Only 10 shops or 10 sellers. It's Sunday the 28th, I believe. I quickly signed up for the 5 o'clock spot. So they're giving all the stores money to do giveaways with. So we're going to be doing giveaways, another auction. But I want to do one before that. So today my job is to get my auction scheduled because I've literally been out all week and then I was sick yesterday or a couple days. So I want to get that all straight. I am going to do probably, definitely the 28th and then probably another day in between. Also going to do a comic book auction, which we haven't done yet. We need to do that as well. So yes, more is coming. It's been going very well. We're really happy with the auctions, how it's all going. We did have a few hiccups, like people that didn't get the $10 credit. I had one package that was going to Canada and got returned because the label was wrong. So some of these things as a seller that you don't know how to take care of the problems.
Right.
So we wanted to do a few, iron out the problems, and then keep going and kind of, instead of piling them all up and then having all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
We wanted to kind of flush it through it a few times.
So the 28th is a Sunday.
Yep. 5 o'clock Sunday.
5 o'clock Sunday.
For sure. Because I'm already signed up with Whatnot. That's a sponsored item. They're going to sponsor it. They're going to push it on their end. Definitely doing it that day. I'll probably do one before then as well.
Yes, you can call dibs on the list. Definitely. We'll put your name down on that, Derek.
So yeah, we're definitely going hard on the Whatnot auctions. It's going very well. If you haven't checked it out, it's definitely worth checking out. They have comics and cards and knickknacks and antiques and clothing, and it's a cool auction platform. It's really gaining some traction. I deal with eBay a lot. In fact, at Couch Camp, I had a sit down with the head vinyl guy at eBay, who is now number one in charge of vinyl. Yeah, talked to him and expressed how big a deal live selling is, and eBay gets it. They're going to be doing live selling pretty soon. But that's kind of the future where things are headed. eBay wants to be more involved in vinyl as well going forward. They've committed to that. So yeah, I mean, in general, vinyl is doing well. Physical is doing well. Stores are doing pretty good. Obviously, we had a summer slowdown. A lot of other stores are having a summer slowdown, especially in the northern states. So like Chicago, Minneapolis, Michigan, when it's summer, guys, we're not listening to our turntables. We are traveling. We are doing shit. I talked to stores from Colorado, all these 24/7s, these places that are active 24, every year round.
A physical store?
I talked to a physical store in Colorado.
It's open 24 hours a day?
No. They have 24, 365 days a year is their season.
Yeah.
Because there's always something else. They're an outdoor active, they're an active lifestyle place year round.
Right.
And they don't have a summer slump. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, because then that goofed me out.
Because I interrupted him. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Derek, it looks like this can go with your other order. I don't see it's been pulled yet, so.
Good. Yeah, if you guys want dibs on anything else, let us know. We can add it to any other online order at toadhallonline.com. Whatnot is Rockford Toad Hall. Facebook, Instagram, Rockford Toad Hall. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, give us a call. Email us, rockfordtoadhall@gmail.com.
Has any, what time frames do you guys think would work best for the Whatnot auctions? Obviously, we want to do it probably in an evening hour, so most people will have the opportunity to join in if they'd like.
That's a really tough thing because
of the time zone. So
yeah, you got 4 time zones,
right?
Obviously we have our own schedule, so you got to try to fit in what works best for everyone. It's really, really difficult. We've been playing around with it a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What works good for you? An early evening, a 5, 6 o'clock? Do you like a later evening, 8, 9 o'clock? Do you like in the morning? Is there a day that you say, hey, Sunday morning, Saturday morning, Friday afternoon? I don't, let me know what works for you guys.
Yeah, just see if we can get a little bit of feedback.
We would love to have a little bit of feedback on that because it's still...
Because we've done what? 2?
We've done 2. And we'll get more on a consistent schedule as...
Evening hour.
As fall starts to creep in and we start to get back into the season.
Get into the hibernating zone.
Get back to the work hours, not just traveling and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not being sick all the time. So, well, good. I think that wraps it up, guys.
So, wow, what a good show. Very informative show today. Not just for me as well, because we didn't really talk about this too much when he came back from
I had a short day.
Conference.
So.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, guys. We'll be here back next week. I hope I'll do a Move On Roundup. I missed it last week, too.
And we didn't really get that much in. I think we only got 5 titles in.
That's because I didn't get my record orders in because I was in New Orleans.
Yep.
It screwed a lot of things up.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We're gonna bounce back. We're gonna be back big this week. And we're excited. I'm excited. I'm re-energized.
Ooh, 45s auction.
We got so many 45s. Guys, you can't see this, but to my right, look at this shelf they just built this week. Look at this giant shelf. It's going to be all 45s pretty soon.
And there's another one back there.
Yeah, that one's already full.
There's going to be more of those, I believe.
We're going to put another shelf in here. We got so many 45s. We're really condensing one whole building into here. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're gonna try.
Yeah.
Lots happening, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.